Alright, what's it like to clean a water tray? I don't know, we're going to find out. So I'm draining the water now down to the grill level, and we're going to start popping off our shrouds here, and we'll get down to it. It's not that it's really filthy, we just want to go through the exercise. Okay, just under the upper cowling, this is kind of what ends up sitting on top of the rail. This is the front edge. This is a look at the grill. The last job we did was aluminum, and it kind of frothed over the top of everything. We haven't hit one of the single points there yet. Okay, here's the underside of the upper cowling, and of course this is just hydrocarbon dust. We'll be wiping them down clean. There's a few of our chunks down there and cuts. Alright, we're going to finish draining the water all the way out. Okay, here's a look into our sump barrel, and there's the pump there, and I've already wiped it on the top, but that's the debris that's in there. You can see this is all metal down in here, and that's because metal floats on water in a small sizes, and surface tension kind of holds it on the surface, and then it comes back down through the free flow drop or drain back into this. And we may work up something that'll catch most of that debris, and we definitely got to think a little bit about our pump and the longevity of this pump, pumping this kind of materials. Just a thought. We're going to work on it. Alright, we brought our aluminum bar that we pre-made and had tucked over on the cowling up into the middle, and we just made another one here, and we just got a mill clamp bolt in here with a couple nuts, and we're going to go for lifting this thing out, setting it on the table over here so we can get to the underside. And we don't know if we can do this by ourselves, but we're going to give it an attempt. Alright, we're going to lift up the tray here. Get this outside and rinse it off. Okay, this is just pretty well loose sludge right here, but we're looking at the side here. How easy is it to... This just flakes right off this aluminum angle we put up here. Very little on this outside edge. Alright. It's not bad at all. It is slight moist in this area right here from probably the water just drawn up through the material itself, almost like wicking. back here is loose. A little bit of debris at each of the intakes there. But that's because it's drawing it that way. It's doing its job. Okay, hardly anything in here. This will be against the mount, and we're going to take the shop vac and we're just going to suck this up. I'm going to hit the dry stuff first. Alright, we're all clean on the inside of the tray there. We had one fitting that we wanted to change out in our drain. We thought it was a stainless steel, and we saw a bleeding rust, and come to find out it was a steel fitting. And we put a bronze one in there, and everything else pretty well cleaned up. Now we did notice, we originally started scraping this thing with it facing upright like it was in the machine, and we decided to go ahead and flip it over, and it's much easier to clean off your material in the other direction with just a simple putty knife. And when you go down, you're actually knocking all of the debris off instead of coming in on top, just like chipping the slag on a regular piece of material. So upside down is the trick. It's well worth a little check and doing a cleaning so you can see how things build up. Okay, we got the grill back in here. Let's move the curves all the way to the front side here. Alright. Now we're going to take apart our two angles here. And before I was even cutting with this thing, and I assembled the rest of the shroud on the outside, I went ahead and made an angle, and I got it to go in and out and fit right inside the underside. I drag it over here. It rolls right over the top of this angle. I just lay it in there with its face down in this back area right in here. And it stays in there until we need to pull the grill again. Alright, we're putting in our extra ground cable that we didn't bring a cable up over the edge and clamp it just like Plasma Cam advised not to do, but we did bring a cable bolted to the clamp where our ground clamp from underneath comes up through, and have the option to get more secure ground than going through the panels. The only other way that we can see getting a better ground on the whole system is to carry a copper wire with a clamp block to every single grid to ensure the continuity there, and then you're only relying on a contact. Most of the time the system is strong enough that you don't need to, but I notice when you have small plates where it's barely touching 1-3 points, you need to have that extra ground cable on there. So we brought it in and we carry it underneath our shroud. Okay, and that locks up. We have a cutout between this panel and that panel right here. and then it lays real shallow along the edge, out of the way. And we have a real small plate clamp. I didn't throw this thing away. It came on one of my machines, and I go, that ain't no clamp. Well, I wasn't doing a lot of plates, okay, but this keeps it low profile. Sometimes you can flip it upside down, and you can be clamping like that, and it even stays lower on the carriage. When you're using this, you should know where it's at, and it can just lay out of the way like that for right now. All right, and our last thing is go ahead and bring the water level back up to par and put that together. Well, pretty painless really on cleaning this thing up, and I think it'll be a combination. I kind of know how deep that debris gets in there, which it wasn't terribly bad at all. I just need to get in there and really take a look at it, and when you lift everything out, you can get a good glimpse at it. I did coat the entire grate with anti-splatter. Not that it was real hard to clean, just wanted to see if it eases it up a little bit. Also, my aluminum angle I put in there to help with the splash of the water on the water tray when it's close to the edge. That worked out real well, and I went ahead and I gave that a coat as well. And there again, the stuff scraped off easy, just seeing if I can make it a little easier. And I rotated the grill. That was this corner flipped upside down, and I'm going to be rotating my grate on a regular basis. Every time I clean it, I'm going to be rotating it around and see if I can hold the warpage and stuff like that will develop on it if you continually cut in one spot. I want to get the most out of all of it. I still haven't hit one of my points yet, so there really was no need to flip it over. It's just longevity. I just want to try to make it last a little bit longer. And there you have it. Kind of a no-frills video, but you kind of wonder about it. And I was, and there it is.